Hey everyone, this is Kip with Alternetics, and welcome to another edition of Seeing is Believing, where I kind of demonstrate some effective sales enablement functionality and different tools. So in this video, I'm going to show you the connection between Dynamics and LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Before I start, the first thing you need to understand is you have to have a team license of LinkedIn Sales Navigator where you can sync CRM data back and forth. And I'm also using Dynamics Sales Enterprise Edition. So this is a great these two tools work great together if you're in a prospecting scenario. So in this, I'm going to go run through a process as if I were a sales rep and show you a good clean process for making some progress. So I'm going to go to a sign company first, and the one thing that you'll notice right away is that I have the LinkedIn account profile directly on the right hand side of my inside of Dynamics, so I can tell right away what's going on with the company. I can select company news. If there were any company news, it would flow here. I'd also be able to look to see if I have any first and second degree connections for a sign company. I can view all employees if I'd like, or I can actually go to recommended leads. Now, what's really nice about this structure is that I have contacts directly in this environment. I have my contacts directly above my LinkedIn information. So I can look here and see I have Dennis in as president, and sure enough, there's Dennis. He's the president. But I also see Brian Moulton is the chief financial officer. So I don't have Brian in our system, so I want to make sure and add Brian real quick. So I'm going to select a new contact, and I'm going to just type in Brian's information, and I'm going to save and close that. So right away I was able to add the right people into my system, but in reality I want to communicate with Dennis, because Dennis is the president and we generally work with the presidents. So we have 11 to 50 employees. We also see that marketing and advertising, we have 35 employees identified in our system, which is about right, and the industry would be business services. So I'm going to go ahead and update my data right away. So I'm already cleaning my data and providing a great resource for our marketing team. Now I'm going to save this, and I actually want to get to work with Dennis because I want to communicate with Dennis. So I select Dennis's record. Just like the account record, here's Dennis's information directly on the right hand side. I have icebreakers, which might be things that have come up in LinkedIn, maybe some posts that Dennis has done, or things that Dennis is involved in. I have icebreakers here. I also have get introduced, which is really nice. If I had any contacts that were connected to Dennis, I would be able to leverage those and get introduced directly from Dynamics. And then, because the goal is really to keep everything within Dynamics but have the LinkedIn data accessible. So now the last thing I want to do, I can actually jump out to the Sales Navigator if I wanted to, and you'll notice that because I'm syncing my data back and forth, I see that he is LinkedIn CRM and he's a third connection. So I want to go ahead and send Dennis a message, and I can do that directly from Dynamics. So I'm going to go here to a message, and I've got a predefined message for Dennis. So I'm going to select hi Dennis, and I'm going to do a comma, and then I'm going to paste my predefined message in. And my signature is already in there. You'll notice that I have copy message to CRM, which what that does is, because I'm integrating the two systems, that message is going to update right here in my timeline. I also have ideas, where if there were any ideas for some message that I could communicate with Dennis, I could do that here. And I also have the ability to attach a document. If I had a sheet that I wanted to send with this, I could include an attachment. I don't have any of those things, so at this point I just want to click send. I click my send, and you'll notice what's going to happen is, in this particular system, we have a last outbound activity that helps us track. So instead of creating tasks and things of that nature to follow up with Dennis, we have the last time we've actually done outbound activities. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and refresh, and what you're going to notice right away, here's my in-mail directly from Dennis. Here's my in-mail window where I actually see the communication. When Dennis replies, his reply will show up right here so that we can actually see all the LinkedIn information moving back and forth. So it's really a slick way for you to kind of have really good information, have the LinkedIn data pulled in. Hope this video was very helpful for you. And as always, seeing is believing, and sell smarter. If you found this video to be informative and helpful, I'd encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on LinkedIn. That way you never miss an episode.